run a computer, your own machine. So you can take VM. There are public cloud provider, right, like Microsoft, like AWS, like Google. They are public cloud provider, cloud service provider, right? So in that, you don't have to invest on the particular hardware or a particular machine or particular inventory. You can use the same based on the requirement. Like if you all have heard about Microsoft 365, where you'll get Word, PowerPoint, Excel, you don't need to go for individual licenses. You just subscribe yourself to the Microsoft 365 services on cloud, and then you can use as per the requirement. It comes with SharePoint, SharePoint Online, a lot of things based on your license or based on your, version or a license, which is enterprise is E3, E1. Same way, there is a consumer license also. So based on that, you can have the usage, right? So whatever you require, you use it and you pay for it. You don't invest at front. So cloud is something where everything, whatever you think. For example, Dropbox. So Dropbox is what? It's a file sharing application. You don't have to develop it. You don't have to you don't require what in software patches or maybe minimum requirement operating system RAM. No, nothing, because it's a cloud based application. You use it directly, no matter what is the requirement of running the same, right? So you will pay as per the usage. That's the example of SaaS, which is software as services. Yes, Hitendra, you have a question? You can type in a chat box or you can ask, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I think like maybe some other guys also have the same question. What are the prerequisites for this Azure DevOps?
See, in terms of prerequisites, if I talk, then, do you have any software development background? As
No,
such,
no,
there
that
is, yeah,
no. Like I'm working as IT support. I used to manage hardware and the operating system errors, these kind of things. Even Linux also, but very little usage of it. Small commands, so like not that much. Yeah.
so in terms of prerequisites, there is no as such basic prerequisites, but yes, what is expected is you must have some hands-on on experience on software development or maybe networking side or maybe project management side or that kind of stuff. And if you don't have that, then also you can start it from the fundamentals and then we can talk on these lines. That's not a problem. It's like there is no specific thing, but yes, what we believe is for starting a DevOps journey, you must have some background of IT. Okay. And if it is
And net,
not there, then fundamental side something like
networking, like
easy.
in that networking, I know about it. I got certified with that AZ104 also. So that
Okay.
thing I know. Yeah.
AZ10 you are certified. That's okay. So that's I think AZ900, which is Azure fundamental, which was expected as
Okay.
a a requirement. But yes, as you told very rightly, you are certified AZ104. That means you are certified administrator. So you can
Yes.
go for this. And briefly, the question is very nice because DevOps journey, if you find it is easy, it is hard, it depends on the level of how you start it. So sometime what happened, we think that it is not for me, it is for developer. No, it's not like that, because DevOps is what it, as name suggests, development and operations both are together. That makes what DevOps. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Like even I searched on internet, like checking videos from past 3 4 days. I got it like what it is actually, and but ultimately I found I need to learn a lot of skills with this, a lot of tools. Like
Yeah, a lot of tools. Yes, practice will make you this agile, Scrum. This is it's good for project manager also, because it's like any networking professional also can start with DevOps journey, but you need to practice. You need to work on it. There are like Chef, Puppet, Jenkins. Lot of tools, lot of things are there. But once you start this with, let's say, you start with Azure DevOps AZ 400 certification, then definitely practice will make you perfect in that. And the more you have a deep dive into that, you will learn a lot. Okay.
okay, thank you,
So,
thanks for that.
but it is not compulsory that understand one thing, that you have to know this and then only you can do. No, it is not designed at that way. Okay, you can start at any point of time, and then you can always learn it in detail, because even after this, once you have this demo session also, and post demo session, once your detailed session has been started, you'll come to know each and every aspect of DevOps, and you are good to go for certification also, and you are good to go for job interviews or whatever it is required to start your DevOps journey.
Thank you. Thanks for the answer.
Yeah, I hope this solves your query, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And
I got it. Like, got a
for
confidence,
example, I'll
like,
tell
like,
you.
yeah.
Even just give me 1 minute in this. For example, you don't have any experience with DevOps, right? Just on a high, not even with Azure. Then also we can do it, because you know, uh, because when we talk about this, we will start with basic example. Like I will give you example of Azure functions, where you can create a one serverless application. Okay, and then you will learn it. So that way things can happen. I mean, what we believe purely is, to start a journey for DevOps, you just need to play with Azure functions and a certain type of Azure services. You have to know what is Azure is. Azure is nothing but a Microsoft cloud. It is a development of Microsoft, and as a public cloud provider, Microsoft is providing cloud services to the enterprise, corporates, organization, small to medium sized organization, to end user everywhere. By using Azure and Azure services, you can take cloud computing functionalities. Okay, and Azure functions is a serverless solution that allow you to write a less code and maintain less infrastructure and save on the cost. So by using Azure functions, though you don't know coding, you can develop some applications also. Okay. So there are a lot of tools like Azure function in the market, which we gonna talk later on. Okay. I hope
So,
this. Yeah.
Sir,
so one
very.
doubt I
Just a minute. Yeah, I think somebody has raised the hand. See, I can take queries later on, but yes, to get into the DevOps, what are the programming languages required? I mean, it be it anything, but only thing is like, if you are coming from a Visual Studio background, you can still go for a DevOps. You have Python, you can still go for a DevOps. If you have Java, you can still go for a DevOps. So DevOps is a combination of people, process management, and overall project execution. So there might be a coding, but it is not compulsory that you need coding, because there are a lot of tools nowadays which don't require coding, and then you can go for the development part also.
Sir, in DevOps, we are going to design, or like we need to code, we do a coding for the to build an application, or we are in the process of DevOps. Our engineers will be in the process of delivering the application only. I think you got my point. Like,
Yeah. If I talk about DevOps, and DevOps combines development and operations. Okay, so it unite people, process, technology in application planning. Development is part of that, delivery and operations. So DevOps is itself is an organization. It is not a one person who is doing that. Okay. So, but it's a team. So as a DevOps architect, you might be supporting in terms of providing environment testing and versioning to the your organization, and developer team is separate. Okay. But yes, if you know the coding, you can help in that also. So it is not that so normally, if I tell in a nutshell, then DevOps enables coordination and collaboration between roles like development and IT operations and quality engineering and security. So as a DevOps guy, you will be combining all four departments: development department also, your IT operation department also, your quality and testing department also, and your IT security department also. So as a DevOps guy, you have to deal with all four departments. Okay, got that?
got it, sir. Got it.
So
Thank you.
I hope that this solves your query.
and so one point is like here the courses for the Azure DevOps, right?
Yeah, right,
Hello? Yeah.
right.
So here, like when we talk about this, so I just want to know that will we will we take the means will we also read about the gate and all, or the Azure is having itself its version controlling system?
Yeah, no. Azure is having both. So you will be having GitHub also and Azure TFS also. So right. So both will be covered. Not to worry on that. Okay. Both
Okay,
platforms
so
will
is
be covered.
so as you have already said that coding is not mandatory. If somebody is not aware
See,
about the coding, he can enter
I'll
into the DevOps.
yeah, he can
You have
enter into the DevOps, but later on he can learn it. Coding at expert level is not required. See, there is a huge difference when we talk about DevOps and when we talk about a software developer career. So as I told
okay.
and I explained again, I am explaining that so that it can be easy for you to understand. When I say DevOps, what is DevOps? Whenever you say that, okay. So
Mhm.
whenever I say that, what is DevOps? So DevOps combines your development and operations to unite people. For example, just let's take one example to make it more easy for you guys. You are making a one portal like Dream 11 is a fantasy sports website application and a website. You select players and then you can bet on it and all that. You know that, right? It's a fantasy sports in India, Dreams 11, or maybe any retail store or any online store, let's say Amazon also. So you decided that you just wanted to develop a checkout process, how customer will select the products and then they will pay. So checkout process. So DevOps can be a part of that, how the process will be designed, what kind of module is required, then once it is developed, how you're going to test it, whether it is working properly, and then versioning of that, the stage wise development, and then product is ready to go for go live. That then it will be, the you can say that approval will come, and then product will be live. So there are, as I said earlier also, DevOps, development and operations. It combines development and operation to unite your organization people. Processes also, you need to understand what are the processes running in your organization, because you are providing solution. You are covering all the processes of your business and providing as service to somebody or service to your client. So it is a combination of to unite people, process and technology in application planning, development, delivery and operations. It's not only development. Product has been developed, but if it is not decided when to go to market strategy, also development stage once complete, then delivery of the product, then once product is ready and delivered, how ongoing support is required for that particular products. Like you are playing online games, so if it is developed one time but you are not able to play the game continuously, then there is a issue. So there is a continuous integration and continuous development. So that's what DevOps enables: coordination, collaboration between your development team, your IT operation team, quality engineering team, and security team. So teams adopt DevOps. DevOps is a culture. DevOps is an organization. I mean, DevOps is a concept. So teams, your teams adopt DevOps culture, practice, and tools to increase confidence in application they build. Whatever application you guys build as a team, and respond better to the customer requirement and achieve business goals faster. Whatever, I mean, if you are working in a telecom company and your telecom company is saying that I want my customer to pay bill online and check their usage in detail, whether their voice usage is higher, whether their data usage is higher. So DevOps team will help this to achieve this goal. They will continually provide value to customer by producing better and more reliable products. So you need to understand DevOps and the application lifecycle both to understand the, how you can build a DevOps journey, you know. So planning, development, delivery, and operations. These are the phase of DevOps. Okay, guys, am I making my sense very clear? All of you.
And Nick, is it possible to show the topics what we decided to deliver in this program, what you shared with Arjun?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually we shifted on queries of you guys. Otherwise,
Okay.
we will be working on
Okay.
agenda.
Okay. 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 You'll show. Yeah. Now you'll show that.
Yeah. So, this is something where you guys can see AZ400 is your certification path where you'll be learning about DevOps transformation journey and overall all the details of tools and trades which is required to be a DevOps engineer. Now I'll be quickly moving to the next slide. If you can see the learning path overview, this is a norms, but there are a lot of plenty of tools and trades and practicals will be covered during this session. So we're going to talk about what is DevOps is, introduction to DevOps. Then you will describing team structure. This is the basic fundamental part I'm just discussing. Though there are Jenkins, Ansible, and many other things which we're going to cover. Choose the right project, then choose the DevOps tools. This is what tools will be useful. You will plan Agile with GitHub projects and Azure boards. Introduction to source control, describe types of source control system, work with Azure repositories and GitHub, which is Azure repos, labs and learning path. There are many things under this. So there are total learning path is 9, which is module 1 is just an introduction part, which is introduction to DevOps. So if you talk about, for example, I'll just would like to have some discussion on what we're gonna cover. Just wait a minute. I'll just share a screen. Give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah, just downloading the stuff for you guys, the exact things which you would like to understand. Okay. Now tell me once you see the screen, please type 1. Okay.
Still the screen is not visible.
Yeah, I'm just sharing it. Just a minute. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay.
अमेरिका का एक बंदा सर ये लो इन दोनों के बारे में बताता हूँ सरिता संजय ओके सर सरिता कलेक्टर ऑफिस
Now, can you see the screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So here you can see this, the understanding of DevOps, roles and responsibility of DevOps. We're gonna cover Linux and use cases of Linux also. Then we will talk, instead of AWS, we will be talking on Azure platform. Okay, we have two cloud platforms. One is AWS, and one is Azure. So instead of AWS, we're gonna have everything on Azure. Is it fine, guys? Making sense? So when we talk about cloud, there are plenty public cloud providers like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Alibaba. These people are provide Oracle. These people are providing cloud platform. On that, you can do many things as per your requirements. So for that, we will discuss cloud computing fundamental. But before that, I'll just disclose this curriculum part. So you will have, instead of module 4, it will be introduction to cloud computing with Azure rather than AWS. Is it fine, guys? That will be the only change.
Yes.
Rest all that's version control system, Git, Jenkins. Then you'll be module 5 will be about Jenkins, then Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, module 10, monitoring with Zabbix, Grafana, which is Azure Grafana, and then Terraform. This all will be covered. You got my point? As a part of your DevOps journey.
Sir, these tools itself are a very big topics. So like Terraform itself is a very big topic, like the Ansible,
Yeah.
and like that. So like you will cover all the topics or the topics required to start a job.
I'll tell you. This all itself, like GitHub, we talk, then GitHub itself is a big platform, right? If we talk about Terraform, it is a big topic, as you said, but we will cover which is required for Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps, starting a Azure DevOps journey and a career in DevOps, okay? And basic to advanced level. So you will be justifying Terraform with Azure, okay? You got my point?
What about AWS, sir? AWS?
AWS will be a separate journey. Then we will cover, that's a separate course like AC204, which is like for AWS and Azure and DevOps tools. You have to combine that also. AWS journey is like you have to go for AWS track. Then this is Azure track. Okay. And
Okay,
I'm
but
not
tools will
saying
be
that
the same.
tools will be the same. Say platform. It is like you run things on HP machine and you run things on Dell machine. Both are same thing that way. Okay.
Okay, got your point.
So what happened
Still,
nowadays?
still the what I will say, like only like yeah, both like what I will say, like I'm getting that word. Uh,
You can speak in your comfortable language.
technology is same, logic will be same for both the
No,
cloud
I'll tell you.
platforms.
This GitHub and these are you can say that Terraform. These are open in interfaces, right? So there is nobody
Guys, a
own it.
very simple example, like it's similar to UPI. Whether you use Google or you use paper or like a phone pay, the work is remain same.
Yeah, that and one thing which you have to remember as this question has arisen nowadays, Azure and AWS. I'll tell you. First of all, you guys understand what is cloud computing. I'll tell you just a very raw example. You have a desktop computer at your home, okay, and you wanted to share a folder, or no, you wanted to share a disk space. Now your friend is keeping his or her files on your hard disk, which is in your machine. Anyhow, you have provided him a 10 GB, you have a 100 GB, and you are charging for this 10 GB. Even in 10 GB, you charge upfront. Whether he used 10 GB or not, you are charging that. So what you did provide him a storage solution. You gave him a storage and you are charging for the upfront. But in cloud, it's not the case. If he use 1 MB, he will pay for 1 MB. If he use for 110 MB, he will pay for 10 MB. So that's a pay as you go model. Same like example application which I gave, Dropbox is one of the SaaS application. Then M365, it is also software as services. So where you don't need to think about platform, you just use the applications. Okay. So cloud is something where you hire the infrastructure, platform, environment, anything, and based on your usage, you are paying. You don't invest on the infrastructure. You don't invest on the patches. You don't invest on updates, license, nothing, and nothing is required. Everything will be done by cloud service provider like Microsoft, Amazon, or Google, or Alibaba, or anyone else. So they will be taking care of your requirements, environments, and platform. Rest all you will be just using your application and you are doing your work. You will be focusing on a productivity rather than any other things. So with the arrival of cloud, a lot of things has been changed, and people are moving very fast. Organization also moving on a hybrid environment where they keep high on premises infrastructure also and cloud also. Right. So I hope that you guys understand what is cloud. Okay. If any question related to cloud, you guys can ask me.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, somebody asked me DevOps and DevOps. The question was DevOps and DevSecOps similar. We will talk on this because DevOps first you need to understand, then DevOps securities is a different things. So again, I'm repeating. If we talk about, let's say, you guys can see the whiteboard. Wait a minute, I'll just share the screen so that. Okay, now let's say all can see the screen. Please type 1 if you guys can see the screen.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, type 1. Yeah. Okay. Now you all can be on mute, and if any question you can ask in the chat box. For example, let's say if this here is, for example, it's Azure, which is a Microsoft answer to the world for cloud solution. Azure, it's a cloud solution. So Azure as a Microsoft product, you can say. Same way, if we talk about Amazon, then there is a product for of them is AWS, right? Amazon Web Services. Both are clouds, a public cloud service provider. Okay. Here I'll type, let's say AWS, which is Amazon. So now in your organization, when you have decided like on-prem infrastructure you have, but you have decided to use certain services, for example, Exchange server. Let's say Exchange server is responsible for incoming and outgoing emails. Currently, you guys are using email, but you don't have mail server because mail server is maintained by your mail service provider, maybe Rediff, Gmail, or whatever you are using. So that's again an example of you are not owning anything, but you are still using the services, which is email services. Okay. So same way when your organization decided to move on certain on-prem applications or on-prem infrastructure to cloud, they might decide whether to go for Azure or whether to go for AWS. Okay, based on the requirement, costing, and everything. Currently, Azure is, but throughout the world, Microsoft is having more than 65 plus data centers for Azure. So that means it is in US, UK, India, South India, North India, everywhere they have data centers. Microsoft is having their own data center, which they are giving to client, okay, based on their requirements. Same way, I'm not saying that AWS is less, but Azure is moving ahead in the market, and job requirements span, even to UK, US, as well as India. There are a lot of Azure requirements are coming. People are getting move on to Azure a lot because of the availability, highest data centers, lot of tools. AWS is also equally a good competitor, but as per the last Gartner report, usage of Azure and moving on Azure is quite high nowadays. Okay, so there are certification track with AWS also. There is a certification track with you can say Azure also. When we talk about DevOps, you can learn all tools and trade which we're gonna discuss on Azure also and AWS also. So here this course will be working on Azure DevOps, which is AZ400. Okay, make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay, fair. Now, let's say if we'll clear this. Any question related to cloud computing, anyone? Or Azure? So in a nutshell, I'm just repeating for you guys what is cloud computing, and then I'll define what is Azure, right? So when I talk about cloud computing, it is the on-demand availability of computer systems, resources, and data storage and computing power without directly active management by yourself. It is managed by cloud service provider. So large cloud often have functions and distributed over multi locations so that high availability will be there. If one region is down, you will still get your data and application from another region. So that's what is a cloud computing, which I have defined in a just basic definition. And when I talk about what is Azure, so the Azure is a cloud platform which is in having more than 200 products, including DevOps. Okay. So this is a cloud service designed by Microsoft to help you bring a new solution to life, to solve your challenges related to building the application, running the application, managing application, running machines or maintaining machine, or purchasing computers or computing power, or purchasing any other applications and licenses. You don't need anything. You just need Azure subscription to Azure platform, and then you are good to go. Based on your requirement, you can have the services available to you. Right, guys? Got it, everyone? Please type 1 in a chat box if we are through with the cloud computing and Azure. What is Azure is? Okay. Now, let's say, moving on to the slide, I'm just sharing it. Okay, let me share the screen. Here we go. Yes. So in this session, or not in this session, if we talk about overall this certification track, we're going to have a lot of discussion about DevOps. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, what is DevOps? DevOps is the union of people, process, and products to enable continuous delivery of value to end users, right? So here you can see this figure, everyone. Plan, build, continuous, continuous feedback, operate, deploy, integration. So if you can see the cycle, this is a cycle of collaboration. So where you plan the project, you build the project continuously, you improve it by giving continuous feedback. You then once it is you check the operability, then you deploy it, and then you integrate it to the production environment, and then it is good to go for the usage. So here you can see the what is DevOps. Before understanding DevOps, or before understanding development operations both, we need to understand certain things which is here. Can you see, everyone, the life cycle, SDLC life cycle? I hope that every of you must know this, or if you don't know also, then just look at this slide. So, this slide is talking about software development life cycle. Now, you will ask me a question, why SDLC? When there is no coding required, why SDLC is demonstrated over here? Because to become a good DevOps solution architect or a DevOps solution expert, I expect you to understand the life cycle of any product. This is about software development, but any product when developed, it start from the scratch to the product which is there in the market. So you all have to agree that software development life cycle is the term which is used to describe the sequence of activities. You guys can see this. I have described here is the sequence of activities and tasks within the software development process. Like for example, one day Google was earlier Google was not there. Today we all are used to, habited to Google, right? But when it was developed as a search engine. Okay. So a lot of activities, a lot of conceptual things, a lot of planning, what exactly they wanted to deliver was discussed on paper. It was there was a lot of flowchart and things was designed, and then the beta version has been created. Then testing happened, and then it went live. So it is always say that reject the rejection. That was a line for Google's owner, because that is the biggest example of reject the rejection. Google brothers or Google founder went to Yahoo with this project. They said this is a silly project, and then they were rejected. And then today Google is a big. Earlier Yahoo was, but with the arrival of Google, I think we all forget Yahoo. Am I right, guys? Please type yes in a chat box, one if you are agreed on that. So that's the biggest example of when we talk about reject the rejection. So as someone asked me, which I like a lot, when you say that DevOps career, it's a high paying jobs. In IT, guys, understand, I'm Nick, and I have a global experience of 25 years plus. I am DevOps solution architect. I'm ex Microsoft, and I worked for a lot of organization, right? For consulting and solutions. But I've analyzed one thing in IT. If you have a limited portfolio, it is not necessary to know everything in detail. You don't need to be a master of all. You need to master in a specific subject, but you must understand other fundamental stuff. So coding is not required in depth, but basic logic and basic structure you need to understand, be it HTML or be it a Python, but basic things, if you know, it will help you to boost your career. So when it comes to DevOps, it is a DevOps solution architect is a person who will deal with software development team also, who will deal with cyber security team also, who will deal with operations team also, who will deal with IT budgeting team also, quality control team also, testing team also. So DevOps is a person who will take people together. It's all about people and processes together. Okay. So if you wanted to be a good DevOps solution expert, basics of any software development cycle life cycle should be cleared, or if you know it, you can do better. So the classic SDLC consists of 6 main stage. Any software which is developed and we are using today is in 6 stage. You can say that first is analysis, second is design, third is implement, fourth is quality assurance, fifth is deployment, and sixth is support and maintenance. So here you go, and you when we say analyze the this stage is the analysis of the technical and business requirement for any end products. What are the requirements? What task should be the product cope up with? What exactly you wanted to deliver? So then, if you wanted to start any project, you need to have design. Okay. So after getting a good grasp of basic technical requirements, the design stage will begin. Then the implementation stage, then the coding and all things building stage is started. Then the quality assurance. So the purpose of the quality assurance stage is detection and documentation of bugs made at the design stage. Whenever you design or develop any software, it might have errors or bugs or certain things which need to be solved during the testing process. Then the deployment stage. Deployment stage begins once the system has been tested and recognized as being ready to real operating system. Now, whenever you wanted to start a project, you need to understand this stage, and then once it is ready, the last stage is, if you can say, support and maintenance. Once your customer begin to utilizing the finished product, like WhatsApp you are using, guys, we are using Zoom, we are using Microsoft Teams, you are equipped with technology, a lot of things you are using Google Calendars, you are using Google Meet. So there has to be a support if any error comes, or if you are using it and if any support required, as a vendor you need to support that. Okay, so that is a stage where finished products in real life people are starting to be with or using it. Various problem occasionally appear which needs to be dealt with in order to maintain the system performance. So this is basic of SDLC. Here you can see this, I have mentioned DevOps versus SDLC. So this all stage has been combined in DevOps, and if you can see this, the next slide, guys, please just be focused on the same. Here I have designed it. Okay, now plan, develop, which is a build stage. Plan is a planning stage. Development stage, deliver and operate. So here you security and compliance, then continuous improvement, which is a CI. CI is a continuous improvement, collaboration and workflow. So this stage you need to understand. So you know whatever 6 stage which we have discussed are already covered in this chart, DevOps chart. Okay. So now again the basic thing. What is DevOps? For example, if you ask 100 people, here is a explore the DevOps journey where continuous integration and continuous delivery will come. But before that, we will talk on what is DevOps. Okay. The slide. Yes. So now keep your concentration over. If you ask 100 people stating that what is DevOps, you will get probably 100 different answers. Everyone will answer based on their understanding. But yeah, there has to be a de facto. So to pass the Azure DevOps certification exam or to understand the DevOps, which is a journal terms, Azure is a platform, right? So when we talk about DevOps, it is important to have a clear understanding. What is that, right? So you can take it as, when we talk about Microsoft has implemented DevOps processes with Azure DevOps, right? And Azure DevOps is providing your another platform also, which is GitHub, which we're gonna discuss. So as as a discussion or as a part of your question, if I talk, DevOps is a combination of people, process, and products. Please listen to this carefully, guys. DevOps, development and operations. So DevOps is a combination of people, process, and product. Here you can see product, that helps organizations quickly and frequently deliver working software to end user. So DevOps is a combination of people, process, and products. So for end user requirement, whatever project organization is starting, to deliver it fully functional and without error is a job of DevOps team. Okay. So DevOps is not a tool, it's a concept. It is not a product. DevOps is not a tool, it is not a product, guys, and it is not a job title even. Instead, it is a way for your team or way for your people, your employee to work together to deliver value to end user continuously. As I give an example, somebody is working on a checkout process, somebody is working on a product catalog only, somebody is working on a pricing list only. So this all combines and the e-commerce website will be created. E-commerce website creation is not a work of only one person. It is a work of team, basic e-commerce work, website or advanced, right? Just an example. So as I said, DevOps is not a tool, it's not a product, and it's not a job title. Instead, it is a way for teams to work together to deliver value to end user continuously. So it involves a team culture which brings development and operations together and follow certain process such as planning. When we talk about planning in a project management, there is a concept of agile way. So agile is again a more theoretical model. ITIL is there, Scrum is there. Many things are there for project management. So when we talk about agile planning also you can take, or version control, then continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous monitoring, continuous feedback, and continuous security embedded into all other process. This all combined makes DevOps. Okay. So how this process and practice will be discussed, that we will see in next slide. So you need to ensure one thing. Why do companies want to use DevOps? Just let's have a discussion on this. Why every companies wanted to use DevOps? Any line on this after having this discussion of 10 minutes? Anyone can answer this question. Please raise your hand and then you can give the answer. You can raise if you can answer it. Why companies wanted to use DevOps? Yeah, Hitendra, please. Thanks for quickly replying.
What I learned, like what I checked, like I found it like to save the time,
Yes.
save the time, and for like less manual interaction. They want it to be like automated, so less chances of the errors. And like what I found that these are the two main parts, according to me:
Okay.
time and the like a better delivery.
Okay. That's fair. That's why time management is one of the important thing, when better delivery is very important thing. Anybody would like to add anything? So for example, if we just scratch the things on this one. So here, as you told, Hitendra, if we can type it on here. So one is time, right? And one is better product, you said? Hitendra?
It will be like less
Collaboration
manual
of all
interaction,
departments.
manual interaction, less manual interaction.
Okay, less manual interaction. Less
Collaboration of different departments work.
okay. That's a
Faster
teamwork.
delivery.
Somebody has raised a very good point. Teamwork. That's a collaboration, right?
Yeah, teamwork and collaboration with
That's very important. That's very important because that's a one thing which is are required for the DevOps? Okay, so time, better product, less manual interaction, teamwork and collaboration. What else? Guys, be quick, give your inputs, whatever we discussed, and if you have understood anything, please give your input. We are here to brainstorm, not to check anyone, guys. Don't worry.
Better monitoring, like monitoring is also a part, like
Yes, yes. Oh, who's this? Your name, please?
Hitendra sir.
Hitendra, that's lovely. Hitendra, I think you can be a good DevOps guys, because monitoring is a thing which is missing in today's industry. People develop things, but they are failed to monitor and test it. So there are, if I talk about, there are 100 every 10 minutes. If there are 1,000 products is developed, but in market the success rate, only 10 is there. Why? Because testing and monitoring is a stage where a lot of things are required. So that development is also not easy, but post development, continuous integration and continuous delivery is very important. So mass monitoring, one goal is to opt DevOps. Then company wanted to use DevOps because of this reason. Anybody, people like Amar or someone other people can please give your input, guys. Sakshi is there, Mohan, Pawan, Rohit, anyone? There are a lot of things to be added.
Application maintenance and application management.
Yes, application maintenance and application management. This is
Yes.
post development, but it is required post testing also. Application management and maintenance. Okay, what else, guys? So my question is very clear, guys. I'm repeating it. Why do companies want to use DevOps, and why is it important? This is a question which we are just typing up our scratch board. Okay, because DevOps, anyone would like to add anything, or that's it, guys? Okay, so let me move to the topic then. DevOps normally helps any companies or organization in ways that other software delivery method do not. There are a lot of software delivery method, but DevOps is something which is useful and which help in a many way. So,
Can I add automation?
Yeah, it is a part of that.
Okay.
Automation is, post delivery, continuous integration and continuous delivery. Automation can come. Like for example, I'll just give you a real time example. You are an insurance company, right? Now, you take insurance of a transport company for their vehicles. Like they are having 50 trucks, and you have taken insurance. Now, when anything happen, you have to give money to that guy. Okay, if it is a part of claim. But as an insurance company, you will also take insurance of whatever insurance you have given, which is reinsurance. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
To pay to a client, you are not paying from your pocket. You have also taken an insurance of that, and you will take from your parent company, and you will then pay to your client. But now this claim procedure, they want some automation. They think that because of the manual claim, a lot of malfunction is happening. So they wanted to have some automation and some technology integration. So that is a part of continuous development and continuous integration. Though they were using your product, but they were entering all data manually. Now they want everything to be done automatically and even validate the stuff, whether the claim is sanctionable or not sanctioned. That is also they want based on certain inputs and certain checklist. So that you can use Power Automate or any kind of product or Terraform and all that, and then you can make it available for your client. So that's just an example of an insurance sector. So automation is there, yes. So they, as anything would like to, anyone would like to add anything other than this?
Management. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
various issues are in a same platform, so easy to resolve that.
Can you repeat?
Sir, different issues are in a same platform, so easily to resolve them.
Yes.
I
So
think.
which is a centralized monitoring.
Yes,
I
yes,
think,
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
So centralized monitoring and logging it so that it is easy to resolve from the one shop only, right? That's correct.
yeah, same platform.
So you know,
Sir,
I
one more is there, like
yeah.
what we call the better versioning control system in this one. Like there are other tools also, like, but we can maintain the soul like code version of the codes
Yes, very true, very
versioning.
true. Yeah, versioning, very true. And you know, and as somebody asked about secure DevOps also, but we will talk later on. Point is, you know, as you told, version controlling, better version control, that's the biggest tool, biggest benefit of using DevOps. So that I appreciate your answer. Very good. And you know, if in a raw, without knowing DevOps, if as a third person, as a layman or as a non-technical person also, if you wanted to share the benefit of DevOps, then it includes being able to bring new products to the market faster. Do you think when operation team, development teams, and quality team works together, product will be available in a market soon? What happened? Earlier, what happened? As a software developer, I develop a product. First, I developed it and then I test it. And then if I find any bug, again, I'm working on it. So it might the you know non what we exact word, your approach should be systematic and step by step so that product can be in market sooner with the DevOps way. Okay. Randomly, if you develop and work on it, then you find error and solve it. Then you find error and solve it. No, that way product will be delayed to come to the market. Are you getting my point, guys? Everyone? I did not hear from anyone. Please type one if you understand this, because DevOps, by using DevOps, you will able to bring new products to market faster. Is that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So our product, our go-to market will be fast. Our product will be live in a market, and you know we can live the testing version and we can fix bugs and all that, and then we start charging people. Otherwise, we will not charge for next 30 days when we are making product live. Or a lot of marketing fundas can be added and implemented in a technological way also. But for that, product should be ready. Okay. Do you hear about MVP? Anyone? Minimum viable product, MVP? Okay, I'll tell you. Many startup, before launching a product or before going to the market, they create MVP, minimum viable product. So MVP to start for startup, MVP is very important. So you know, DevOps approach can be used by startup also, where you are less of money and you don't have lakhs of money. You just develop a prototype of product. Okay, basic version of the product, and then once it is live, you once MVP is ready, you might attract investors, you might bring private equity, and then you can develop it. So and this approach also DevOps is very useful. Make sense, guys?
Yes,
Please
sir.
type one in a chat box. Yes, everyone, if you
Just
understand
like
what I'm telling.
pilot project
Yes, just like
of
pilot
product.
project. Yes, that's very right. So
Just like,
pilot project or a testing.
okay.
Okay. So you know, DevOps helps companies in a way that other software delivery methods don't. Okay. So some of the benefit of the DevOps, which include, as I said, I'm repeating it, being able to bring a new products to market faster, which is the biggest goal of any software development company or any company when they are planning a product. Okay. So being able to adapt the changes in the market, yeah, even you can adapt the changes which somebody already told, keeping systems stable and reliable, also improving how quickly problems can be fixed, because once error or issue comes with the DevOps, you can fix it. Agile is a way of managing project. Agile is a concept. It's a huge concept. Agile, there is a certification for Agile also. It's a theoretical approach to handle projects, you know. So Agile is a way of managing a project that focusing on being flexible and responsive to change. So DevOps is a way of working that focuses on collaboration between different teams and efficiency. Agile is a way. So, you know, I can tell you how to manage a project that you can learn from Agile. But how to execute it and how to complete it. That is a way of working, which DevOps can tell you. So DevOps is a way of working that focuses on collaboration between different teams and efficiency. Cloud refer to using internet-based computing services instead of physical server and software. Remember when you were in the early days, when you wanted to install a Norton antivirus in a year 2000, you need to have service pack. You need to have a Falana version, Falana service. You need to check RPC service here. This blah should be on, this should be off. Environment. So for any software developer or any software application, environment is a quite challenge. But with the cloud, you don't need to worry about environment. You can use container like Docker, Kubernetes, and just develop a product and start using it. No worries where the product platform required, what is a basic requirement of the your software code, or maybe requirement of your application. You don't need to think on that, because cloud provider will take care of this. Okay, guys, make sense? Everyone, please type 1 if you understand what I spoke just now.
Yes.
Yeah. Cloud referred to using internet-based computing services instead of physical servers and software. That's why you don't need physical server and software, because you are using cloud. And when you use cloud, you have many options. You can go for Azure, which is a Microsoft answer to the world for cloud solution. You can go for AWS, which is the answer of Amazon to the world for cloud solution. You can go for Google Cloud Platform, GCP, or you can go for Alibaba or Oracle Cloud, whatever. Many things are there, right? So, but when you use cloud computing, you don't need physical server and software. Okay. Together, Agile, DevOps, and cloud. These three things together. Remember, guys, if you wanted to note down it. Together, Agile, DevOps, and cloud can help organizations work more efficiently, more effectively to reach to their goal and deployment, make product available to the market. Okay. Or to the organization. So some organization may use only 1 or 2 of this concept. It is not necessary you use 3 of them. You only use DevOps, you don't use Agile, you go for Scrum or basic method. You don't follow Agile method also. That is your call. Okay. So some organization may use only 1 or 2 of these 3 concept: cloud, DevOps, and Agile. Somebody is doing on-prem, means you have your own server, you have your own software. You are not opting a cloud, but you are opting DevOps and Agile way for developing a product. That's okay. Okay. But cloud is important factor in this. Without that, every features is not available. So even though DevOps is not a tool, okay, if you want best result for your organization, you have to combine all 3: Agile, DevOps, and cloud. If you combine all 3, you will be able to deliver the best result. As I told earlier, even though DevOps is not a tool, we still need tools to implement DevOps processes. Guys, please be focused over here. DevOps is a concept, as I told. So to implement DevOps, you need tools. Make sense, guys? So there are many different tools that we can use for different phases of DevOps, like Jiva and Trello for planning. Everyone is able to hear me? I'm typing this on the whiteboard, guys. So you can just, this is a chat, let's say text box. Jiva and Trello. This is a tool, okay, which you can use. As I told, again, I'm repeating to make sure you guys understand me clearly. Fundamentals are very important. If fundamentals are good, we can do many things, guys. Wonders with the labs, lot of practicals, lot of hands-on you will have during the session. Okay. So stay tuned and stay with us for getting more on this, but focus on fundamentals. DevOps is a way of working that focus on collaboration between different teams and different department to develop a project or a product. So cloud, as I told you, DevOps is not a tool, right? But still we need tool to implement DevOps processes. Whatever the process are there in DevOps, we need tools for implementing that, right? So as I told you guys, some organization may use only one or two of this concept, Agile, Cloud, and DevOps, but it is always good to use three of them. So as per the phases of your development or a product or a project, you need tools. So different phases of DevOps, for planning, you can use Jiva and Trello, as I mentioned on a whiteboard. Visual Studio, Code and Git for coding. Visual Studio and Git for coding. Jenkins and Selenium for testing. Okay. Here I am. For coding, you can use Visual Studio. Many other. These are just an example. Okay. Studio. Okay. And Git. This is Visual Studio Code and Git you can use for coding. Okay. Right. This is for coding. Then you can use Jenkins or Selenium for testing. Whether automated testing, manual testing, whatever. This is for testing. Okay, guys. Same way, Grafana for materials and Slack for monitoring. Grafana for materials. Slack for monitoring. You guys will have a practical of this, don't worry. Slack for, somebody told about monitoring. So by Slack, you can do, use it for monitoring. And Microsoft makes this easier by offering two platforms. For DevOps, Microsoft is offering you two platforms. One is Azure DevOps. Okay, guys, this is, and another is GitHub. On both, during the curriculum, you will be learning both platform. Okay, so a whole implementation and project and everything you will be doing on both platform. So when I said that Microsoft makes it easier by offering two platform, Azure DevOps and GitHub, so it means what these tools brings or maybe because of these tools you will be able to implement DevOps processes together in one place only. Okay, so this course will teach you about these platforms, both platform, Azure DevOps and GitHub. Okay, we gonna work on it. Secondly, you can be able to prepare for AZ 400 exam also post completion of the full course. Okay, so make sure you follow whatever I say and you make your notes and be a part of this curriculum, because DevOps is a collaborative approach for frequently deliver working software to user. Okay, which is paired with Agile and Cloud. And Microsoft offered two platforms to easily implement all DevOps process. One platform is Azure DevOps and one is GitHub. Okay. So we will cover the planning and creation of an Azure DevOps organization structure, authentication and access, using conditional access to secure our organization. So that can be done practically also. Okay. We'll show you and we'll work on it. But before that, let's have a basic of whatever we have discussed till time. Guys, you understand the example which has been shared by me, tools example on screen? Every of you, please type 1 in a chat box if you got it. Whatever we have discussed. Till time, are we all getting things properly? Happy? Please type 1. Okay, this is very basic which we are discussing, but understanding is required. Yes, Amar, thanks a lot for replying. So here now I'll be sharing one. Okay, tell me, all of you are having Microsoft ID?
Microsoft account.
Microsoft account. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If not, also you guys can create it. Okay, no worries. I'll just give me 1 minute, guys. We will have quick demo, basic demo only, just a basic things you learn. Okay. Wait a minute, guys. Should I clear this slide? Drawings, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just a minute.
I have a small doubt.
Yeah. I just stopped the screen. I'll be sharing my the another screen with you guys. Okay.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, please.
Actually, I'm presently working as system admin.
Just a minute. I'll just come to your question.
Hmm.
Yeah, tell me.
Presently working as system administrator, Windows system
What's your-
administrator.
What's your
Presently
name?
work Irshad Ahmad. Irshad Ahmad.
Yeah, Irshad, please go ahead.
Presently, I'm working as a system administrator,
Mhm.
Windows. Now I want to move to DevOps engineer. Then what are things I should learn?
Okay. I'll take it another way. Do
Hmm.
you have a bachelor degree
Yeah,
with you? Okay.
yeah. I have
It
completed my
is
B.
B. That's lovely. So you have a
Um,
basic qualification. Now, do you have
hmm.
any Azure certification?
No.
Fundamentals? Okay. Now,
I just completed my CCN and MCSC.
okay. MCCA completed. That's fair. Then it's fine. So
Hmm.
now you can start with Azure DevOps journey, which is
Hmm.
AZ400 program. You have to
Okay.
take admission in that. Part
Hmm.
of this curriculum, we will start step by step. And apart from this curriculum, we will have a lot of projects and, what we call assignments, which will enable you to start your DevOps journey. Once you
Hmm.
complete this learning, you have to certify yourself for AZ400. Okay.
Is 400. Okay.
Once you certified, there are a lot of, I think, 5 6 projects we gonna assign, and based on that, a lot of helps will be there. So post completion of certification, 1 month you work for the practice. Okay.
Hmm.
See, learn first. You have to learn this all curriculum. Okay,
Okay.
with us. Second point is you have to certify by preparing in detail. Okay, exam is not easy. It's a 60
Hmm.
question. But you can clear it. That's not a problem. Okay. Then once you are certified, we will help you for how you can prepare for exams. Okay.
Okay.
Once you are certified, then you work for yourself and make some projects. Okay.
Hmm.
We will give what you can do, that you can mention in your CV, and then you can start hunting for a job. Okay, this is what basic thing you required. And then I'm sure, because you are MCAC and CCNA
Hmm.
is bit on networking side, but
Yeah.
uh, you can start you can start your DevOps journey with DevOps certification easily. Okay.
But I don't have any. But programming language.
Yeah,
What?
programming language, as I told earlier, also programming language, experience of the programming language, exposure of the programming language is required. No, you don't need to learn programming language in depth. Okay. For
Hmm.
starting a career with DevOps. Yeah.
Hmm.
And along with this DevOps, you might can get AZ 104 also, which is the admin part. So both combined will give you a lot of strength to work on cloud environment. Okay.
Linux is enough, na, for coding. Linux.
Linux is a operating system. So Linux is not coding. Coding
Hmm.
is like Python, Java, Visual Studio. This kind of stuff is coding. Okay.
I think you should learn Python or Java.
Yeah. If you wanted to learn, you can go for Python or Java, but that is also not in detail, just a basic. You can
Basic.
download any tutorial, and just as you are engineer, you just download any basic tutorial and just stick to basic. Focus on DevOps. DevOps is a set of processes. Coding is one part of DevOps. Okay. Coding is just a one part. So for DevOps professional, you will have a team of coders. You don't need to learn coding. Don't worry on that part. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope this answers your question, right?
Yes.
One more thing, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So thing is that like as this DevOps course required this programming language, only exposure is fine. So like you are going to teach us regarding this exposure part of the Python.
No, no, no. We will not teach you programming language. We will teach you DevOps. DevOps is something which is starting from developing a code to testing, versioning, establishing everything. So DevOps is a set of processes. So you will be learning more than coding, not coding. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Got it. Coding is I suggest that coding nowadays, a lot of tools are coming where you don't need coding. It is done automatically also with the cloud-based tools. Okay. So you have to understand basics of coding, not detail, and that too troubleshoot it. I'm not saying it is compulsory. Learning coding is not compulsory when you wanted to build a career in DevOps. You have to learn tools rather than coding. Focus on Terraform, focus on Jenkins, focus on many other tools which we have discussed, Jiva, many things, Grafana, Slack, many things. So one or two tools mastery will be leading you towards a great job,
So Terraform you are going to teach us.
Yeah. It is covered. With Azure platform, it is gonna cover. Okay.
So like it will be from the scratch, or like we should.
Yeah. I'll be telling you what is Terraform, and then you will be starting from zero. That okay.
And sorry, I'm taking a lot of time. Another thing is like I heard like Linux is must. Linux is must. So like we should have good knowledge of Linux. Is it right?
No, it is not that. It's a platform. So Linux, Windows, anything can be good. But we will teach you basic Linux commands and VM creation of VM and all is part of this curriculum. So you learn the basics thing in Linux also. Okay. Because
Okay, thank you.
why there is a benefit of learning DevOps, because DevOps, as I told, DevOps is a process. So it combines operations and development both. So we need to teach you both. Okay. In a Azure DevOps way. Okay. Got it?
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah. So it will be a good thing. Once you are DevOps certified, you know what next domain you wanted to focus. Continuous integration and continuous delivery is the biggest career today. So you might get job as a platform engineer or Azure DevOps associate or Azure DevOps expert also. But for that, you need to work along with the learning also, and post learning also. You need to do practice. Okay. We will give you a lot of things in that and insight and free labs and everything so that you can work on it in a great detail. Okay. Make sense, guys?
Makes sense. Sir, like if we are going to do some projects that you will assign us and we will do it in a better way. So like on the basis of that one only, like employer will hire us.
I'll tell you, whole learning will happen we will decide one fictitious project, let's say e-commerce, e-com web, or let's say XYZ limited retail store, online retail store. Okay. So based on that only whole learning will happen. So we will be you will be learning in a live way, like developing product and working with Azure DevOps process and testing the product, version control of the same, Azure repos, everything will be part of that. You will be using Azure boards, Azure pipelines. Everything will be part of that project. So we will learn stage by stage, and we will learn with the project too. Okay. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
And for getting a job also, I'll tell you, what's your name?
Hitendra hai, sir. Hitendra.
Yeah, Hitendra. We will make sure, see, any organization today will not give you job on what you learn. They will give you job what you have learned and applied. Okay.
Exactly, sir.
So we will make sure learning, we will have a learning based on application only. You will be doing practical along with the learning. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So nobody will have a question. Then post doing that, you can directly say to any organization, yes, boss, I'm confident in this and I can do it. Whether it is a small environment or large environment, I understand the fundamentals and advance of the same DevOps, so I am able to implement the same, right, Hitendra?
Yeah, sir. Okay, got it.
Okay, bro. Now I'm sharing one URL. You all have to, just make sure to create an account in that, so that we can then later on do the practicals. What time is it now? I think it's
It's
11:30.
11:30.
Oh, and we started at 10, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's okay. Now every of you can see the screen which I'm sharing. Just a minute. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Here is a cloud platform which you guys can see. Have you seen this? Start free, all of you?
Yes.
Free account. Can you see this? Create your free account over here. Okay. All of you. Before we start the next session. Okay.
Can you show us 1 second? The website.
Yeah, website. I'm just posting the chat box URL in the chat box for every of you. Visit this and create a free account. Okay. Azure account. You'll get a 200 USD as a credit for free. This is Microsoft Cloud platform. Azure is a Microsoft Cloud platform, right?
So it is same portal, right? Like through which I learned 104, right?
Yeah. Same. But we have to go with DevOps. In 104, you were not in part of DevOps. Okay. Here you will be part of DevOps. So guys, I think it's a time to say bye to you all. Any question, anything? That it is a demo session. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I will be able to see all you in another session, which we're gonna start soon, and we'll start a DevOps journey of all of you. Okay.
So can you tell us like timing of the batch and like the complete duration, like how much time it will take? So we
Yes,
can
everything
other guys
will
also
be
have.
everything will be communicated by our team members to you guys. You guys have dropped your email address and contact details to the team.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't worry, they will be in touch. They will be explaining you everything. They will be sharing the course content also, and they will explain you the start time, end time, and even a day, what time, weekend or weekdays time, what you prefer. Based on that, they will provide you a details and session also. Okay. Good luck, guys. Let's start your
Thank you for your
journey.
time, sir.
Yeah, I hope to see you all with the DevOps and wishing you a great career. And I'm there to support you throughout your journey. Don't worry, guys. Okay. See you soon. Bye bye. Any question? Still we have
Nothing, sir.
last. Okay. Good luck, guys. Good luck. So I'll be just offing my session. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See you soon, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.